government looks dazed, clueless, say Peter Obi movement. A new coalition for Peter Obi tagged Obedient Movement has hit the President Muhammadu Buhari leadership, saying his government looks dazed and clueless. The group described the President Buhari administration as incapable of taming the deteriorating economic and political situation in the country. National Coordinating Council (NCC) of the Obedient Movement, headed by leaders drawn from the 6 geopolitical zones in the country, briefed newsmen in Abuja. Ahead of the 2023 flag-off of the presidential campaigns, the group has commenced a nationwide mobilization. According to the Obi movement, Obi's presidency will address increasing national woes, ranging from intolerable and high unemployment rates to insecurity of lives and property. Speaking at the press briefing, the former chairman of Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, Dr. Tanko Yanusa, said the Obi movement is on a mission to reset Nigeria to fulfill our fundamental and foundational mandate. He said Nigeria under the Buhari government is bedeviled and buffeted by a myriad of security challenges never seen or experienced since our independence in 1960. The country has indeed been confronted with diverse security threats ranging from election violence, census crisis, ethno-religious conflict, communal clashes, militancy, and terrorism, but most of these were either localized or sporadic before this administration. Unfortunately, what we have been witnessing since 2015 is the amalgamation and multi-mix of all these crises, all happening simultaneously, unhindered and in a terrifying fashion across Nigeria. Nowhere is safe in the 36 states of the country, with road, rail, and air travels constituting a nightmare for Nigerians. The country is under the siege of terrorists, bandits, and other criminal gangs holding sway over swath of ungoverned territories from the north to the south, east, and west. The most disheartening of these challenges is the fact that there is a well-orchestrated plan by foreign terrorists with their sponsors to cause more havoc and entrench a chaotic atmosphere and a dangerous agenda, where the daily killing and bloodletting of Nigerians have continued unabated under the All Progressive Congress APC-led federal government. To make matters worse, President Buhari administration, from all indications, looked dazed, clueless, and incapable of taming the deteriorating economic and political situation in the country. Similarly, the country's economy is in shambles, with little or no effort to turn things around. Poor fiscal and monetary policies under a largely intellectually docile Minister of Finance and a politically compromised Central Bank of Nigeria and CBN governor, in addition to a non-existent presidential economy management team, have combined to usher in the worst form of inflation, scorched earth economic policies, free fall of the naira, and badly managed petroleum industry, especially the downstream sector. Consequently, Nigeria is occupying the unenviable position of the poverty capital of the world, with poor development indicators in all spheres of the economy. The high rate of poverty has also exacerbated criminal activities and other forms of vices in the society. Nigerian students are being kept away from institutions of higher learning as a result of long avoidable strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, caused by the lack of education priority of the APC-led federal government. What this ugly scenario shows is that APC and the Buhari administration have failed woefully in all indices and indicators of good governance. They failed miserably to deliver on the 3 key areas they anchored the administration on, which are to improve security, the economic, and the anti-corruption fight. The ruling party has broken all the negative records and brought the country to its lowest point. The party has only shown a capacity for propaganda and amplifying actions and decisions that further polarize Nigerians along our fault lines. Another 8 years under a party that has shown an absolute lack of capacity to govern will destroy this country, and we must collectively rise to stop this now. Speaking on Obi's chances, Yanusa said, Obi has most of the qualities of a hands-on 21st century leader who understands the dynamics of governance both at the local, national, and global levels. He represents a paradigm shift and an idea for a new Nigeria that youth are proud to champion. He is a fill-in portrait of what the 21st century Nigerian president should be, beyond the vagaries of wasteful elite built on patronage and cronyism. Obi, who has had a stellar performance both in private and public office, has equally picked another breath of fresh air personality in Dr. Yusuf Dati Ahmed as his vice. The obedient movement is also not limited to Nigeria, as a diaspora community consisting of some of the most brilliant brains in the world are actively involved inside. Well, everything they have said here, they have berated the government of President Muhammadu Buhari and All Progressive Congress Party. The thing that we want to hear as Nigerians is, what is the way forward? It is not enough for us to come and talk about the issues. What are the solutions? And that is what I will advise the obedient movement to be emphasizing on. These are the solutions, these are the likely things that we're going to do, rather than coming and remembering or telling us what is happening. We know it. All we want to hear is, what is the solution? Practical terms, this is what we will do when we get to power. This is what we do when we get to power. This kind of talk does not give room for anybody to be held accountable. We must come out and tell Nigerians this way forward. This is the way forward. Practically on economy, these are the things we will do. Either you stop importation of XYZ. If we get into power, this must happen in education, ABC. These are the things that they should be telling Nigerians. Politics or propaganda that brought in APC may not work in 2023. Condemning the then Jonathan administration, and at the end of the day, without telling us what they would do. And I'm sure that is where we are today. Well, what is your opinion? The obedient movement have said this government is bereft of idea, they don't have solution, and they look clueless. Kindly make your opinion to know as you subscribe to my page. Thank you for being there. Thank you for your support.